So we're right into the finale here now. Amelia Island Open, Pétanque Amelia Island Open, and we're in the finale. And through to the finale we have Monsieur Bendi and Monsieur Lafrance, who meets Monsieur Weibel and Monsieur Subrenat. Let's take you out on the court and see the crowd. And let's point out that this is the finale by adding that to the scoreboard.
Yeah, everybody do the wave while we wait. Do the wave.
Chris and Gideon.
Come here.
Allez, everybody.
Allez.
Do the wave. Let's do the wave. Start here and go down. Come on, everybody. We're going to do the wave. Start here. Everyone turn around. Yeah.
Mark Greenberg.
Come on! Yeah.
Mark Greenberg for the win.
Keep it up, go around again!
Loco, loco!
Start! Woo! Come on!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the big moment is coming right now.
Okay, Monsieur Xavier.
So, first of all, I would like to thank the city of Amelia, Virginia Beach also, and Amelia Island, because without them, maybe we don't know what happened. But actually, we have Kate with us, and I would like some big applaudissements. So now I would like to introduce my teammate, my partner in business, Ernesto Santos. And David Johnson. So now we're going to start with the head umpire. And he's really timid, shy sometimes, but the same, he's a wonderful person. He's going to be the head referee for the final. And that's personal, but hopefully the next FPUSA president. Woo! Alright, so we're going to start from the people. They're all in red, but we have some taureau somewhere. And the other team, they are not chicken, so don't worry about that. So we're going to start with the Canadian. And Alex Benji, please, come on the court. He's from Canada, but his name is Bendi Lafrance. So we're going to bring after that one of my favorite players. I'm going to call from New York City, Monsieur Jean-Pierre Subrenat. So that's emotionally for me, it's a lot that we're going to get right now, because he's the first champion come to Amelia, and I was lucky at that time. He was playing with me, and we won. But ladies and gentlemen, my friend, my brother, the champion, Claudy Weibel. Okay, so ready? So they do the cochonnet. Kate gonna throw the first cochonnet of the final. It's just for the pictures.
Yes, please.
We knew she's strong with a lot of energy. Bravo, Kate. Okay, showtime now.
Good talk. Take the microphone.
Thank you, Kate. Things that the other one is better seen on the cameras. That's
Oh,
why I
thank
asked
you.
it. Sorry for making a confusion.
That's okay.
Thanks, Kate. Okay, starting out is Weibel and Subrenat.
Not as deep as I thought.
Can't hear you. Allez, rappelle-toi, Jean-Pierre.
They're playing pétanque. You're not allowed to talk.
Bien, Jean-Pierre.
In charge, just 1-point.
Bendi pointing. Comes in nicely on the left side. Subrenat goes to the ring. I'm expecting a shot, but they're pointing. I've got stuff to learn, obviously. And takes the jack and hooks it down. Splendid point. Lafrance to shoot. Misses short. Lafrance shooting. Excellent shot.
They have the point.
Excellent shot of Weibel.
But he just took the Canadian ball out. JP still has the point.
Back to Bendi and Lafrance. Lafrance hit his shot, but Weibel shot out Lafrance and Bondy's bull. Bendi to point. To shoot. En casquette.
Casquette over there.
Bendi sits down to point. Comes in nicely by the jack, a little bit behind. Weibel goes to shoot. Perfect, Caron. Weibel points. Perfect. Weibel follows up his shot with a perfect point.
No. Team Toro is rouge. Team Toro is rouge. 2 points for red.
They're both.
Christian, rouge. Rouge.
It's rouge. Colorblind.
Subrenat points, ends up about a meter long. Bendi goes into point. Touches the jack, rolls through, but I still think it stays on point. 2 points in the first round for Weibel and Subrenat. Subrenat points just a few decimeters to the left of the jack. Lafrance prepares to shoot. Perfect. Caron en place.
Takes the point.
Subrenat. Subrenat points but rolls through. Fantastic shot of Lafrance. Weibel shoots, casquette jumps over. And nothing has changed. Prepares in front of the bull, wants to try again. Weibel shoots. Carreau. Bendi and Lafrance contemplates what the next move is. 4 balls remaining. Bendi sits down to point. Fantastic point. Just left of the jack. Weibel goes to shoot. Points. La plombe rolls through. Il est traversé. Bendi and Lafrance in a strong position here now with the point and 3 balls remaining. Bendi goes to check La Donnée, sits down to point, stops on, oui, c'est le graton. Lafrance shoots. Carreau en place. Fantastic shot. Lafrance sits to point or rolls through. Fantastic shot there of Lafrance.
Oh, come on, baby. Allez.
Tricky to keep track of the score, supposedly. It's now 2-4. We have some opposition in the score handling on the other side. Four points to Bendi and Lafrance. Takes the lead 4-2. Bendi goes to point. Fantastic point. A few decimeters to the right. Weibel goes in to shoot. Claudy Weibel shooting. Carreau en place. Lafrance shoots out. Claudy spoon. While we're looking at the instant replay. Bendi goes into, what I believe is to point. Goes forward to prepare la donnée. Bendi points really nicely right in front of the jack, 3-4 decimeters in front of it. Claudy Weibel goes to shoot. Nice shot. Lafrance points fantastically. Gets his ball right in front of the jack. Monsieur Subrenat enters the ring to shoot. Rolls it in and out. Shot out. Subrenat goes to prepare la donnée. Comes prepares to point, sits down. So such a delicate control. Comes in 3 decimeters in front of the jack. Subrenat has another task to shoot. Rolls it in and out. Similar shot to before. And
How many?
order is returned to the court.
12 points.
3 points and advances to the lead. 5-4.
Score now is 5-4, Team 12.
Subrenat sits down to point.
Take it back, JP and point.
Mr. Mark Greenberg spices up the finale. Excellent shot of Lafrance. Subrenat goes to point. Subrenat pointing, similar point to before, but stops on a bit of little stone and ends up about a meter in front of the jack. Bendi goes up to prepare la donnée. Bendi sits down to point. Little bit stronger, rolls through, about 60-70 centimeters behind the jack, but still on point. Subrenat points, ends up a little left, but takes the point there. Bendi, préparer la donnée, sits down to point. Stops on a stone, but that's just enough to get him in right. 3/4 decimeters to the left of the jack. Claudy Weibel goes to shoot. Shoots it, hits the jack, rolls out to the right. Claudy Weibel with 2 more bulls remaining. La plombe stops just enough in time, about 3/4 decimeters behind the jack. Lafrance prepares the ground in front of it to take a shot, but let's see, they rethink it. Bendi goes into point instead. Bendi with 1 ball remaining. Goes up to check la donnée. Bendi sits down to point. Similar to this last one, in on the left side. Very good repetition in his moves. Claudy Weibel steps in. Checks the ground, prepares la donnée about 2 meters in front of the jack. Looks like he wants to roll it out. Petit plombe. Fantastic point. Lafrance goes to shoot, hits it. Oh, the jack rolls away. We need to go see how this looks. The jack moves. Lafrance steps in, prepares to shoot. Casquette, and the ball is out. Fantastic shot. Just no need to do carrots all the time.
Points to 10. And the score is now 6-5.
The score is now 6-5.
Canada is in the lead.
Fantastic casket. And as you heard, the score is now 6-5. 2 points to Bendi and Lafrance. Very tight match. Bendi throws out the ball about 8-9 meters. Probably more, 9 meters at least. Fantastic point. Comes in just 2 decimeters behind the jack. They decides not to shoot. Instead, Subrenat goes into point, tries to point against the other ball, but rolls by it. Weibel now more centered on shooting. Weibel shoots. Carreau en place.
A round of applause.
Bendi goes to point again. Goes up to prepare la donnée. Bendi points. Fantastic point. It's a bit obstructed the vision right now, but it's just by the jack. Weibel goes to shoot. Carreau. Bendi points. Fantastic point just behind the jack. Fantastic repetition in his pointing game. Monsieur Subrenat goes up to prepare la donnée. Little curve and then fantastic control, 2-3 decimeters to the left of the jack. Bendi Lafrance goes up to check. They want this measured. They appear to agree on it without the referee. Lafrance prepares la donnée. Lafrance, really nice point, but a little short. Bendi Lafrance shoots, misses. 1 ball remaining. Weibel and Subrenat each have 1 ball remaining as well. Lafrance sits down to point 1 ball. Rolls through and juxtaposes it right behind the jack. Fantastic safety there, just up against the ball behind him, really hard to shoot. Claudy Weibel, with some magic in his hands, will attempt it nonetheless. Nice shot. Subrenat points, goes out to the right. Weibel claims 1 point. And by that we have a totally tied game, 6-6.
All right, come on, babies.
6-6. Super game, very tight, very good techniques, fantastic.
Ale, come on, baby.
Subrenat points just to the right of the jack. Fantastic point. Lafrance shoots and stays on point. Bendi goes to point. Obviously, Lafrance ball didn't stay. Fantastic pointing just by the jack. Claudy Weibel to shoot. Carreau en place. Fantastic shot. Stays right in the same spot. Claudy Weibel with the magic fingers. Bendi, no, Lafrance, sorry, shoots. Hits it, fantastic. Bendi sits down to point. Splendid pointing.
Yeah.
Fantastic hands. The control, the mental strength. Claudy Weibel to shoot. Carreau. Bendi goes up to prepare la donnée. Bendi to point again. Fantastic pointing. Such magic repetition in those pointing moves. Claudy Weibel to shoot. Carreau en place.
Come on, let's hear it for the PAIO.
Man, we're giving a fine treat here today. Lafrance to shoot. No, decides to prepare for a point. Lafrance points, just juxtaposed to Weibel's previous ball.
Hey mon JP.
Subrenat shoots, goes long, misses. Try to open up to get more points. Subrenat, une autre fois. Subrenat shoots, goes left and far.
One point.
1 point.
Paul, the score is now
7-6.
7-6.
Carreau en place by Claudy Weibel. Subrenat points, ends up a few decimeter, just a decimeter right of the jack. Lafrance to shoot, rolls it out, but Subrenat's ball is still in point. Bendi goes to point, steps up to prepare la donnée. Bendi sits down to point. Fantastic repetition. 3 decimeters in front of the jack. Claudy Weibel goes to shoot. Oh, lands long and shoots out her own ball. That's a very uncommon situation, but it happens. Monsieur Subrenat to point. Rolls a little bit hard and far. Claudy Weibel to shoot. Couldn't really see the effect. Vision a little bit obstructed, but it seems to have had its intended effect. Monsieur Bendi goes up to prepare la donnée. Sits down to point. Nice curve, fantastic point. Magic hands. We have 4 wizards here on the court. Yeah, and the train salutes them. Claudy Weibel shoots the jack out. The turn starts over.
Shot out for Claudy Weibel. There is no score.
Honk honk for the train.
Hell of a shot, folks. Come on, we didn't hear anything.
Full contact pétanque. Here's where you see it. Claudy Weibel throws out the jack. It's about 7-8 meters. Yeah, we hear you. Subrenat comes in really nicely by the jack. Lafrance shoots carreau.
Come on, baby. Let's do it.
Fantastic. Subrenat goes to prepare la donnée. Very nice. Fantastic. Just at the jack. Lafrance steps. Lafrance to shoot. Takes the jack and it goes back. Subrenat goes into point, has prepared la donnée, sits down. Point stops a bit early, ends up about a meter in front of the jack. Claudy Weibel goes in. This time to point, goes up to prepare la donnée. Claudy Weibel, La Plombe, rolls out far. Claudy Weibel, one more bull. La Plombe and stays by the jack. Lafrance, one bull remaining. Bendi, 3 bulls remaining. Lafrance shooting. Misses short. That was the last ball by Lafrance in this turn. Bendi, 3 balls. Bendi shoots, stops short and jumps over. Clearly disappointed, but just get back in the game. Bendi and Lafrance contemplates what their next move should be. Bendi goes up to prepare La Donnée, about 1.5 meters in front of the jack. Sits down to point. La Plombe rolls through on the right side. Bendi Bendi, 1 bull remaining. Goes up again, checks the ground, prepares La Donnée. Bendi points. La traversée goes through about 1 meter. I think that was meant to go up against the other bull. Claudy Weibel, 1 bull remaining. Shoots, casquette, 1 point.
1 point for Team Toro. The score is now 7-8-6. 8-6. Wood Wheat. Wheatassi. Players excited, come on. The more you cheer for them, the better they'll play.
You go, guys.
Thank you.
Subrenat points
I take
about
that
1
back.
meter. Mark Greenberg with the mouth. Subrenat's first bull pointed a bit short, about 1 meter and 1 or 2 decimeters short. Bendi goes into point. passes through a little bit, 3-4 decimeters to the Monsieur Subrenat with a possibility to revenge himself. Let's see, not sure if that stopped in time. Claudy Weibel steps in, and that's usually to take a shot. Stops short and jumps over. Subrenat goes into point, prepares la donnée. Sits down to point. Rolls through. Il est traversé about 1 meter behind the jack. Subrenat walks up to check. Claudy Weibel decides to take another shot. Shoots, misses. La plombe. Oh, comes left. Oh. Big opening here for Lafrance and Bendi to gain points. Bendi sits down to point. Steps up to prepare la donnée. Discusses with Lafrance. They decide to continue the pointing strategy here. It's very open in there. Bendi prepares la donnée. Sits down to point. They have 5 balls remaining. Fantastic. Bendi, 1 ball in. I have the possibility to take the full 6 here. Bendi, 3rd ball. Fantastic pointing game. They have 3 balls and Lafrance 3 balls remaining. Still possible to take the full package. Bendi has 3 balls in. Lafrance 3 balls remaining. Let's see if we can see a 6-pack here. A little long. I think there's a possibility to shoot that in, but they decide to continue pointing. No reason to be greedy. Lafrance drops it a little bit here and rolls through. Still 3 points on the ground. Great round. 1 ball remaining. Lafrance with the 6th and last ball for this round. Totally revenges himself. Perfect pointing. 4 points. Takes the lead. 10-8.
How many points, Canada?
Wrong.
4 points for Canada. The score is now
10 to the blue.
Canada.
10.
10 for Canada, 8 for Team Toro.
Got a little bit of a tricky situation for them to assign the points on the other side. Fantastic pointing move there of Bendi. Comes in just 1 decimeter behind the jack. Subrenat goes to prepare la donnée. Comes a bit short and to the left. The ball that is in there is most likely too hard to beat, so I think maybe Weibel will decide to shoot it instead. And I've corrected the score now to 10-8. Bendi Lafrance 10, Weibel Subrenat 8. Weibel checks and decides to shoot. Carreau. Bendi goes to point again, steps up to prepare la donnée. Bendi hesitates a little bit in his pointing, but gets it in. Claudy Weibel shoots. Claudy Weibel to shoot carreau.
Pair.
Lafrance sits down to point, rolls it in, takes the jack a little bit back, and stays. Lafrance is satisfied with the point, and Subrenat and Weibel accept it. Subrenat goes to point. Subrenat shoots carreau.
Well done, young man.
Subrenat, one ball remaining. Lafrance, one ball remaining. Lafrance sits down to point, pushes in what I believe to be his own ball. Excellent point. Subrenat, last ball remaining for this round. Goes up to discuss with Weibel, prepares la donnée, goes to the ring, checks the angles. Important point, so they go up to recheck the position of the balls. Yeah, clearly a very important point here at now, closing in on the end of the final, discussing this point in detail. Subrenat in the ring to shoot, no, to point. Yeah, pushes his own ball in, and I believe it's at least one, possibly two. They want to measure that. Yep.
One point for team
1 point.
Toro. And the score is now 9-10.
10 to Bendi Lafrance and 9. One more point for Weibel Subrenat, who has 9 points. Subrenat and Weibel throws out the ball at about 9 meters. Subrenat points, ends up about almost half meter behind the jack. Bendi goes to prepare la donnée. Bendi, fantastic point, just in by the jack. And Weibel steps in to shoot. Shoots the bull and the jack. No, the jack is still alive. The jack is right up against the wood. And they want to know if it hit the wood or not. No, it's decided that it has not died. Jack just up against the wood. Bendi points. It's a good direction, but a little short. Subrenat goes into point. Subrenat to point. Stops. Comes in on point, but definitely not the length that he had expected. Stops on a stone and becomes shorter than anticipated, but it takes the point. Bendi
Mexico!
goes in to check. Bendi prepares to point, takes off his glasses as it's no longer sunny. Bendi, oh, up against the wood, sorry. Very tricky situation this year. You don't want to get up to the wood or into the wood, but you need to be very close. Lafrance points and comes in. Spectacular control. It's really tricky, these moves, because you need to be very close, but you can't be far. These are among the most tricky pointing moves you have. Subrenat to try to supersede that pointing move. Points. Goes one step closer. Every bull getting one step closer and closer, just as expected in these situations. You don't want to be too far, so first you play safe, you point it, not too far, and then everybody tries to be farther and further and further away without touching the wood. Lafrance, 2 balls remaining. Daniel Lafrance tries the point when it's short. Lafrance again pointing. La plombe. Almost through. Stops on the balls ahead. Does not get through. Claudy Weibel. 2 balls remaining. They have 1 point. And it's all now up to see if they can shoot for 4. If they can shoot for 4, they can get the match. Claudy Weibel, first to point into the wood, but the jack is still in place. Claudy Weibel, La plombe, into the jack. Final ball into the jack and the round is dead and no points. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. All this action, all this excitement, and all for nothing.
All that for nothing.
Final ball into the jack and the round is dead. No points to no one.
Let's get another round. Come on, let's play some pétanque.
Wow, wow, wow. That's what you can say. All this action and then the last ball into the jack and into the wood. Okay, let's try to regain sanity here. Subrenat sits down to point. First point a bit short, 1.5 meters short of the jack. Bendi goes to point. Score still 10-9. 10 to Bendi Lafrance and 9 for Weibel and Subrenat. Bendi goes to préparer la tournée. Sits down to point. Comes in fantastically right up against the jack and bounces on it and fall back. Claudy Weibel to shoot. Carreau. Bendi sits down to point again. Comes in nicely by the jack. Bendi goes up to check la donnée. Discusses the move with Lafrance, goes back to sit down to point. Bendi points, goes into the ball in front, pushes it in, remains on point. Subrenat. Subrenat points, goes into Bendi Lafrance's ball. Claudy Weibel steps in to take a shot. Claudy Weibel shoots, stops short and jumps over. Subrenat to point. Comes in on the left side, fantastically by the jack. I believe they mean that it
Now
is
we're talking.
on point. Lafrance, Le Bendi goes to measure and accepts that they are closer. Bendi goes to shoot, hits the ball, and the ball is out. Fantastic shot there by Bendi. Claudy Weibel. Claudy Weibel. Points. Oh, misses the ball just. Stops out on the right. That was their last ball. And Bendi and Lafrance has the point. Lafrance, 2 balls remaining. This means that they have the possibility to go out. If they handle it correctly, points them, this can be the game. Lafrance sits down. That one rolls out far to the left. One more ball, not to been pointed to. Almost gave it away.
1 point. The team. What the hell's wrong with this microphone?
Oh. They gave the point away. They missed, pushed in the point for.
10-10.
Pushed in the ball by mistake for Claudy and Weibel. Claudy, Weibel and Subrenat, making the score 10-10. Subrenat points just by the ball. Bendi Lafrance goes to shoot. Lafrance shoots, KO. Subrenat points 2 decimeters in front of the jack. Lafrance goes to shoot. Excellent shot. Fantastic shooting game. Super repetition. Fantastic stability. Subrenat to point. Once again, right in by the jack.
Come on, everybody. JP put 3 in.
Lafrance to shoot. Misses just short. Bendi shoots, misses. Bendi shoots, misses again. Oh man, this is a bit tough. 3 misses in a row now. They will need to get something in there to defend. Bendi. No, required to point, goes up again to prepare la donnée. Sits down to check where he wants to land. Takes out the mark from a prior shot. Bendi sits down to point. Nicely pointed, but not into the point. Claudy Weibel. Now they have the possibility to go out since they have the point and 2 balls remaining. Claudy Weibel shoots, hits their own ball but stays. We still have the point. 2 balls remaining. Claudy Weibel points. 2 points right now. Pointing with their last ball, pointing for the match. 12 on the ground, 13 in the hand. Pointing. I think it rolls out to the left. 2 points.
Looks like 2 points to Team Toro. The score is now 12.
Still very
10.
exciting. 2 points.
Who's that piece?
That was close. Subrenat to point their first ball. Rolls out to the left, stops on a stone. Bendi sits down to check where he wants to point. Steps up, prepares la donnée, go back, sits down. Bendi points. Comes in a bit, half a meter behind the jack. Takes the point. Subrenat goes back to point. $10 for Bendi Lafrance. 12 for Weibel Subrenat. Subrenat points his ball nicely to the left of the jack. Lafrance shoots just for. Lafrance to shoot once again. Shoots carreau. Subrenat points. Traverse is right through, about 2 meters long. Weibel prepares la donnée to point. Goes out on the right, stops on a stone. Goes up to prepare la donnée. Goes into the ring again, Claudy to point. Rolls up right up against Bendi's bull. Fantastic, fantastic bull. Crowd goes crazy. Bendi checks the ground, prepares la donnée. Important to get this one right. Goes up to prepare la donnée. Fantastic pointing, Monsieur Bendi, très bien. Claudy Weibel, 1 bull remaining. Claudy Weibel to the shot. Carreau, but I'm not sure which bulls remain there. Lafrance to shoot. Shoots, hits.
I cannot hear applause.
Bendi with the final ball, they have the point. Almost. That's the game.
Team Toro just won the finals of the Amelia Island Open.
Team Toro, Claudy Weibel and Monsieur
There's another
Subrenat.
final going on the other side. Do not disrupt them. If you want, you can go over and watch that end. But do not disrupt those guys over there. All right, Team Toro is the champions of Amelia Island Open. You can start playing the music. Sing along. They are the champions. JP, Claudy Weibel.